far y'all make it last night? Yeah, nah, I aired out.
If there's something you need, you'll make
Yeah.
it right.
Nigga, I'm a quiet sleeper. No, nigga, I was out cold, nigga. You said you was saying something like you was in the midst of talking, and I just like died, nigga. Just woke up. Was like, oh man, the TV was on and shit. And then I grabbed my phone. And I saw my phone was still in the party. I was like, oh shit. Let me exit this bitch and go to sleep again. Turn that shit off. Went right back to sleep. You know what I mean? Then I just went and let me see, what time did I even go out and smoke? I went out to smoke at like, that shit say 6 hours ago. 6 hours ago, I put this snap out. So that was like what, like around so around 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock. It was like 11:30 or something. We started smoking a high five. I came back in the crib. I turned the game on. I sat there for about like a good 10 minutes, bro, and I was asleep again. I woke up at 4:03. I woke up and said, you know what? Let me go get some raps. Hop on this bitch. I literally just turned this bitch up. I was like, alright, let me do my shit. Let me see. I got 7 minutes for that. I could wait 7 minutes before I go out on an adventure and start my shit up. Hey, you getting your Rocket League on? I see. You busting cheeks. I see you getting your Rocket League on. You busting cheeks over there? Yeah, true.
Welcome to the Marching Clan.
So your teammate, so your teammate garbage is what you're saying. That nigga's cheeks. Cause he's stupid. They gon' make me grease you. Yeah, that was just shit. Alright, so let's see, toxic. Okay.
Let's see if that did the trick for that. If the world came crashing, bitch, I'm gonna kick you out. Alright, yeah, that's the 110. So, alright, so back to doing that.
Hey there. What can I help you with?
Modules, bitch. Alright, so back to doing one of each one of these fucking things now. God darn it. They set me up. Toxic fusion, or singular. Oh, no. Dimension. Tech. Energy already. Okay, zero. We don't really care about certain things, so just keep it a being with yourself. Alright, toxic got one, electric got one, fire got one. Is there not one for ice? I guess not. Insight.
This just in. It appears that Jeffrey Epstein accuser, Christiane Chikray, who is one of the more vocal victims of Epstein, has been.
Shit, I always know how that feel, nigga. I'm always ready for that personally. Shit. Hmm. Let's see.
Do BBLs smell?
Yes. What do you mean? You can level up guns in Apex now? I ain't know that, nigga. Oh, it just gives you XP. That's all it does. It just gives you XP. It's not like the gun's really doing something. I'm down to 5 mil. I'm broke again. I'm broke again. Alright, let's see where we at on this thing though. Journal, awards, medal. 436, I'll take that. Damn, we almost broke trying to get there. Alright, so the wish call is done now. Now I can go start doing my mission.
Humanity is very weak. That's why humans need us so desperately.
Oh, I need brains. Oh, damn. So I should have went to go get my missions. Cause I don't got no brains. Alright, put my good controller on now so I can go start doing these fucking missions.
So should I go with 3 or 8 first?
No, 8.
You said 8?
Yeah.
Alright.
So I'm gonna go with the water bitch and do her level first. And then I'll do the black bitch. Well, Indian bitch, I guess. I think Sharon's Indian. Alright, let's see. And for her, we wanted to change her, whatchamacallit up. It's not Venom. No, it's not unpredictable. Why the fuck would I put unpredictable on anybody? She been rocking Slayer. Mm. I don't have a full set for that yet, so can't do that. Polar Night, that's not really her thing. But maybe actually, oh no, she doesn't get the shit that Catalyst shit, so that doesn't work for her. She's Fusion and Dimension. Invader works. Hmm. I could give her this Invader set. It looked like. Mm, I think this is what I wanted for her. This shit was the shield shit. So I got work on getting that Hunter set. Frozen Heart. It's not it for her. Firebrand working on that. No, this is what I want for this bitch. Enlightened Mage. That's what it was. I don't got the set for that yet. Alright, so I'm gonna leave her in the set she in now. And she be good. Alright, I just gotta upgrade this shit. Alright, so I'll leave her in this set. I'll upgrade this. I'll pop a thing for gold. And then, enhance. she's up. Let's see, where is she going? I think she's going to Kingston. Or is Kingston Fire? Kingston's Fire. So she is going. We are going to Echo Swamp first. That's what we're doing. K9 attribute it is. I gotta finish doing all these whatchamacalls. This is what it is. Animals. I just need these, I guess. Really, yeah. Pyromaniac. Go beat his ass a couple more times. Alright. Public operation. And then once I get my set, then I can turn everything to dismantle. Would you running ranked in Apex?
Nah. I'm doing the bot thing.
Oh, true.
I'm still in the
Oh, true. Yeah. If you, I mean, if you want to hop on First Ascendant, I'll be doing these missions in a second. I can stop doing to help you.
help me?
Yeah. I just gotta knock out these two missions. And if I do that, I can help you. That's if you want to get on. You know what I mean?
Get on Sunday?
Yeah, because you're almost at the end.
Yeah, but I got shit on
Yeah, because you already like
the
out of.
game is like the game is like bad, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I know it's like the chilling parts maybe but it's easily like you can play it as much as you want.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. But
If you, because if you're not struggling, you know what I mean. When you struggling, it keeps you alert. When you're not struggling, it don't. Because when you're struggling, you be getting mad and shit because you want to get shit done.
yeah. And well, to be honest, I don't think you get I guess like whatever seems you I don't know. Yeah, it's just like
Yeah, because you didn't pick up the whole scheme. You know what I mean? Like how to do it to like get your character. And like I tried to tell you, you know what I mean, but you don't really be listening. What? Yeah, I was trying to tell you how to like build your characters to make them stronger, but you really wasn't like listening. How you gonna walk a motherfucker that ain't listening to something? Look at you, listen to that shit. You can go like you one of the people that just like, yeah, I mean, when you get there, you get there. You want this, I mean, go get them lumps.
I be feeling like I got some good stuff around like
It seemed like there's certain things in this genre where I know I could like really like change it up for me and like make it better, but like there's also things in this game like I think these motherfuckers that made this game is retarded as well. You know what I mean? But that's every game. I think every game, every motherfucking man is retarded. And I think most people are retarded. Cause I'm retarded. You know what I mean? Deep down inside, there's a little bit of me that's retarded, and that shit do be OD. OD stupid. What? Oh yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, and you be like, how the fuck this nigga the smartest man, or how the fuck you don't? That's why it's like for some nerds when you talk about sexual nature, you know what I mean? They have no predisposure of it because it's something that they weren't. That it's not something that matters to them. So they fucking retarded to it. You know what I mean? The only person that would not be considered ignorant to everything would be, you know what I mean, the person that everyone would consider to be God. Because there's nothing that they can't talk about. There's nothing that they don't have any knowledge or any concept of. There's nothing to them that is too minor. You know what I mean? And to them, there's no question that is stupid. When people say that shit, there's such a thing as a dumb question. No, it's not that it's a dumb question. It's a dumb question to you. You know what I mean? Because for you, you're thinking like, oh man, everybody should know that. But like to that's like that's like comparing like different races to each other. Like every black person, you would expect them to understand this, but then when you throw a random white person in it, you just gonna expect them to randomly know it now. You know what I mean? They ain't grow up with black people. They not black. They not supposed to just know that. Like the fuck. Yeah, common sense is not fundamental, and it's supposed to be something that everybody has. That's what determines your common sense as well. You know what I mean? Because it's what's common for everybody in that area. I'm just, leveling these drones up, throwing my main motherfucking thug fizzle like I always do fizzling. When you feel that beat, we gon' ride the boogie. Everybody, man, I'm be real. I'm so sick of people with this whole Diddy thing, bro. Yeah. He ain't paying none of that shit mean nothing to him. You know what I mean? All that shit is oblivious to him. He don't see none of that shit. What dead body? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the only thing he sees is that motherfucking nut. Hey. At least Diddy and Willa that was bad enough to still be alive for his crimes. You know what I mean? Yeah, the other niggas, they made sure. You know what I mean? The crazy part, they made sure that he couldn't. You know what I mean? When you think about it, right? Because you didn't even put two and two together. You like,
Get a real feel for it.
yeah. Yeah. He don't even seem like the type of person that want to do that. You know what I mean? He seemed like he cool with everything he did. Like, on some true shit, like, he really do seem like he cool with everything he did. I hope he get to talk. Because I hope he just rat on everybody. Truthfully. I want to know who he mentored. You know what I mean? Nah, because Usher ain't acting like he was mentored. Usher still act like a victim. Yeah. So he needs to be held accountable for that. You know what I mean? And everybody just like, oh, it's Diddy, but nah, nigga, what about the nigga that walked that motherfucker up to there? That motherfucker knew what he was gonna do. Like, that is hold him accountable. He would not have had him if it wasn't for him. Who? No, I don't. As a grown man, you should have fought back. But what was the reason why he didn't? Was because he enjoyed the lifestyle that he had and he didn't want to lose all the other shit. So he was accepting. That's not blackmail. That's not he used his weakness. He didn't blackmail nobody. That's the one thing he didn't do. He wasn't blackmailing motherfuckers. He was putting them in situations where either if you want this, you're gonna do it my way. He was quid pro quoing motherfuckers, is what he was doing. You know what I mean? He was making sure he got what he wanted. You know what I mean? You get what you want, but I'm gonna get what I want. That's what he was doing. You know what I mean? And see when you say that, we outwork somebody. So that means he was implicit. He chose to give him another little boy. He made that decision. There's no respect for him for that. Nigga, you should have fought him. You should have fought him. Diddy is not that big where Usher should not have been able to fight him back. Cause when he doing this to people, ain't nobody else around but his security guard just outside. You know what I mean? Nah, he's a bitch. No, he liked it at some point. The truth is they enjoyed it. And they enjoyed it for what they wanted, and then when they started thinking about it and really thinking about it and looking at their life and shit, and they realized all the shit that was going down, it was like, nah man, this is not right. This is, you mean yeah. You know what I mean? So like, there's nothing more to it besides the fact that if you wanted that lifestyle, nigga, you wanted to stay in that shit. Bro, he deserved to get, you deserved to get what you was getting. For every last one of them. You want to live in that life, but you don't want the consequences. You know what I mean? People want to do shit but don't want to accept consequences. It's not you get what you put out. You get what you fucking asking for sometimes. Not just him. Fucking they talking about what you call this shit to his own son, Will. The whole thing about Will Smith. You don't know about that? Will Smith had a whole thing. There's a whole thing about Justin Bieber and whatever boy name is Jaden Smith, and how they were passed up and how they both were giving up to Diddy. Yes. And how they trauma bonded together and shit. There's a whole thing about that. You know what I mean? Like, but ain't nobody really going on about Will. You know what I mean? Fucked up. But if you think that's fucked up, just imagine what the white people been doing. You know what I mean? If they was really was like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. It's because everybody, the craziest thing in the world, one of the most craziest things in the world, like, I don't get how this is, like, truly a thing. Everybody expect black people to know better. That's why they treat them also to a different standard. Because if you already expected to do better and know better and be better, there's no reason you should be doing the same dumb shit as us. Even though you watching us. And we in control. You know what I mean? It's like, the fuck nigga, like, y'all doing the most vile, fucked up shit. You looking at me like I'm crazy. Man, I just say pause as always, man. I'm not even mean no Diddy, man. Like, for real, no Epstein, man. Fuck out of here, bro. This nigga had a whole island, bro. Like, there's nothing more worse than that. A whole island and y'all let this nigga escape by killing himself, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that. There's nothing about it. You know what I mean? Because he had all them people. Yeah. Think about the people he's snitching on. You know what I mean? Princes, emperors, all these people that are in these positions that motherfuckers think they're so imprudent and so important and powerful, and it's like, no, nigga, these people are not what y'all think they are. They not important. They not fucking important at all. Yeah. They gave him the option, bro. No, they gave that nigga the option. Yo, you can go to court. you can go to court, or you can just save us all the trouble and kill yourself. Because no matter way how you look at this, you gonna die. Or you gonna be getting it forever in prison. You not no mob boss. You not no gangster. Motherfuckers ain't terrified of you. And you ain't got nothing, no dirt on nobody. That's, you know what I mean. You wasn't doing the smart thing. You wasn't recording everybody. As fucked up as that is, you know what I mean? He was recording everything. You know how to a degree how smart of a ploy that was? Because you have to make him look bad. You know what I mean? And you have to do it while he's living. Or, because if he dies and all the tapes come out, you know what I mean? Y'all all just look like monsters. When you think about that shit, you know what I mean? Fucking Asians talking about. I think the Asians are funny for dropping all them videos, the motherfuckers about all they manufacturers and shit. Yeah, I thought that was priceless. You know what I mean? Into all these gigantic corporations that are garbage. End them all. If people really want to change the world, stop buying all the shit you buy from all these people that run it. You know what I mean? Stop buying all that shit. You know, if the market crashes, you know what happens when the market crashes? Truly, you know what happens when the market crashes? What all these people really fail to realize? If the market crash, right, and the whole dynamic of money crashes, how the fuck are y'all gonna charge anybody for anything? But not only that, if the government is shut down, how are people gonna collect money from people that owe the money if money don't exist? No, which means people that have things, you know what I mean, already and have skills, they are going to be the ones that are okay. the but there are people that know enough, because once that goes, or once the government goes, what goes with the government? All the laws. So what's the first law that goes away? What is a law that already makes things easier for you to eat and stuff? You are able to grow food anywhere. There is no longer. First off, we talking about America, homie. We ain't talking about the rest of the world. We talking about this government, this right here, this nation. Yes. No, you can't. You're not legally allowed to be able to grow a garden in the United States. They have laws to prevent people from growing shit, man. And you can control what people are eating. You know what I mean? You can fuck up people's eating habits because you get to put pesticides and shit on all their food. You get to put chemicals and shit on all their shit before they get it. Instead of motherfuckers having strawberry trees, like, bro, like when you think about it, even in the cities, like, why don't we have trees that have fruit on them that motherfucker could just pick a fucking apple while you walking down the street? You know what I mean? Niggas talk about motherfuckers hungry. Bro, you mean to tell me you can't make little orange bushes all around in every city? So niggas that walk around, you just can't grab a fucking orange? You know why you ain't think about it? Because there's laws that make you don't even think about the concept because you so forced to go to a fucking store to go buy it. Why the fuck would you think about picking a strawberry off of a fucking bush and eating it? You know what I mean? You think that would be farm work and shit like that. You think it's heavy, hard work. No, it's not. And then you would have more animals and creatures around because you have more food available. It's not all stored and stocked in one area. And stocked, you know what I mean? You don't got Farmer Dan always over your shit. Or Fred. Because Fred the creepy one. Dan not really, Dan ignorant. Fred the creepy one. Yeah, Fred want to become Leatherface and shit in 9 years. Like, out here, Fred. Why? Yeah, like, the first thing you gotta think about when you getting famous is making sure the people you keep around you. That is your biggest thing with fame. Because that's their whole world is skewed. You know what I mean? And also the biggest thing about fame is you don't want to be famous. You just want to do what you want to do. Because fame is already something that is not frowned upon by the Most High. Yeah, no, I don't ever want to be idolized. I don't want to be idolized or anything like that. I am a person just like you. You know what I mean? I make mistakes. I am not the Most High. You know what I mean? I am, at the end of the day, I am a creature of the Most High. Everything that He has created. He created creatures. man is still a creature. Regardless of what we want to say and believe, we are a creature of the Most High. We are a different type of creature. We are a being, but still the less, we are a creation. You know what I mean? Even with people with like parents and like parents and children, that whole thing. Like parents are nothing but kids. You know what I mean? At some point, they either were kids that allowed themselves to mature and become adults, or they were kids that had kids. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all it is. Everyone, my whole thing is when I build something, man, everybody that's a part of it, you should benefit from it. Period. I mean, everybody, the person that buys from me to the person that makes stuff with me. You know what I mean? Everybody benefits. If everybody not benefiting, it's a shame. If somebody's getting more than everybody else, it's a shame. I'll tell you that right now. Yep. So the moment one person starts to have, I have to have more. If that I don't have to have more is because you have to give it to more people. Nah. I don't want to hear it. I mean, you're greedy. You're selfish. I mean, motherfuckers, like, at the end of the day, they keep saying, like, you know what I mean, there's not enough food in the world. There's more than enough food in the world. You know what I mean? There is more than enough food in this goddamn planet for everybody to have and eat. There's so many people that don't eat the same way. There's so many people that live in locations that eat differently. There's no such thing as a correct diet. You know what I mean? Because people try to say, oh man, we're not supposed to eat meat and all this shit. Bro, what about Eskimos? They live on a majority meat diet. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers eat whale blubber and shit. They eat berries and stuff. They have a harvest season, but they mostly just eat meat. Me and my neighbor, we sitting there smoking, talking about that shit, fucking yesterday. You know what I mean? Just like, because the biggest thing is like, nobody wants to be wrong. You know what I mean? Everybody has this stigmatism about being wrong. And the thing is like, yeah, everybody has a bit of yes. You all are, the one thing about everybody, when it comes to their opinion, they are all right to a degree, and they all wrong with the fact that they think that their way is the only way. That is the number one reason why you're wrong. Because your way is not the only fucking way. The only true way, even with religion, that's why they all have their own biases. They all believe you're supposed to go do things this way and go about it this way, but they all just a cat. You know what I mean? For money, for most of the part, and power and control. Fear. It's fear. It's fear is what it is. It's fear. It's because you're afraid of the reaction the other person's going to give you. Even when you know you're wrong. Like, at this point, like, truthfully, we all know. White people know they wrong. We all know they wrong. But to admit you wrong, you don't want to face the consequence. Because in your mind, you're going to think of the worst consequence imaginable. You know what I mean? It's going to happen because of the people effect. You know what I mean? Because a person is rational. They will think things through sometimes. A single person. But when you do people, people don't do that. People don't come to a conclusion together. People jump to conclusions. You know what I mean? People don't assume shit. They jump to the most the most logical thing that it sounds like. Oh yeah, no, that sounds logical enough. We go on that boat. You know what I mean? Cause like sometimes everybody has a little bit of group mentality sometimes, where you just accept what other people accept. But if you were living off, right? If you are a person living off the image of something that was created before you, and you have no rights to it, no knowledge to it, no true understanding, but the understanding that you know is that it exists, and you know how this world operates. You know what I mean? You know one thing you do know is the laws and how things operate here. So you know what you can and cannot get away with. And sometimes you push the boundary. You know what I mean? And they're doing no differently. They people in control. Some of them might have knowledge about certain things. You know what I mean? And you mean keep all the knowledge for themselves. Would you want to give somebody something that'll make them better than you? Yeah. But don't you like, alright, don't you get like if you did a verse, right? If you made a beat, right? And then you made a verse, right? And you thought that was the best verse you ever wrote, right? And then you let somebody collab with you, right? And then they get on and they murder that shit in a way you never thought possible. How you gonna feel? You felt defeated for a minute, right? That's how it worked for you, right? You know what I mean? That's how it worked for you. But you gotta remember, not everybody takes shit like that. Everybody handles shit different. You know what I mean? So now imagine, see, like now in his position, right? With him getting on, because you made the beat so good, because your verse that he listened to first when he came on, you know what I mean? When he heard the shit, you gave him all the inspiration to make him do what he did. You know what I mean? But people forget that. Yeah, because all they can see is, damn, I've been bested. That's why I always enjoyed J. Cole as a rapper. You know what I mean? About how he wasn't always in beefs and stuff. I thought that was like cool. But it is. But then when you get what you ask for, it didn't. But then every time you ask for something, and he gave it to you, he still did the same shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like it went from when you look at how his track career went. Yes, he was under a label that was huge, but he did it his own way. He wasn't riding with them. So even now, if you go back and you try to do the allegation shit you want to do with when whatchamacallit get ready to go through the shit he get ready to go through, you know what I mean? You can't even put that nigga in the same boat as them. You can't. And then you go back to the fact that now you think about it, that nigga had an altercation with P Diddy,
Oh,
J Cole.
what?
Oh, J Cole almost fought P Diddy
Yeah.
for Kendrick Lamar.
For who?
For Kendrick
What
Lamar.
the fuck?
Yup.
Uh, why I
Kendrick
can't care about
P
what's going
Diddy
on rap?
P Diddy tried to disrespect Kendrick Lamar at a party, acting like he was, I mean, better than him or some type of shit. And J Cole checked him, and he was like, "Yo, bro, you ain't gonna disrespect bulls like that." You know what I mean?
Right.
And J Cole checked him, and then him and P Diddy was about to get in a fist fight right there. That's why I ain't got no respect for Usher. You know what I mean? Like another man stood up for someone else, got disrespectful, didn't disrespect it, and you couldn't stand up for yourself.
Well, I mean, Jaejstar, come on, be realistic, bro. He's an R&B singer, man. Like, come on, bro. This
I'm
nigga sings for a living, bro.
at this point, but though at this point in time, bro, you've had more than enough time to get trained by niggas, to learn how to fight and defend yourself, to prepare yourself for this nigga one day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's a soft nigga. He's an R&B
Nah,
singer.
nigga, he never made an
At
escape
one point,
plan.
bro,
He never had an
bro,
escape
Jaejstar, you
plan.
gotta understand. Look, you gotta understand. At one point of this nigga life, he was grabbing the air, man. He was grabbing the air, using the rain, my compressor. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But it
he was
wasn't just
out
about
here
him. It was
doing
also
wild
whatchamacallit
shit.
leaving him. He was going through a lot right there. He was going emotional. He got left by Chili.
Like,
I get it.
bro, Usher's not built for that. He ain't built for fighting and shit. I mean, then again, it's like, damn, that is conflicting because, like, bro, Chris Brown came out of nowhere talking about some he had Pyru blood. You know
Be-
what I mean?
because people deal with shit the way they want to deal with shit.
Oh,
Yes. Some people take pressure and they make themselves into a diamond. Some people get pressure and they allow themselves to fucking crack. They become afraid of failure because they failed before. They're afraid of believing in themselves truly because the world tries to tell you not to do that, but they tell you to do it, but don't really do it. You know what I mean? And everybody going through their own shit.
thinking about it, damn, Usher really should have been on this shit, bro.
You know what I mean? When you really think about it, at the end of the day, he had more opportunities to fix the situation and be a better person and become a better person. Even though he was in a shitty situation, he still had freedom to move. It wasn't like this nigga was always on this nigga's shoulder or holding this nigga hand.
Probably.
Nah,
I wouldn't. Hey, bro.
he still had to come to that nigga.
First off,
He had him trained to come back to him. Is what it was.
hey, look, that's the ultimate motherfucker.
You know what I mean?
So P Diddy's girlfriend was
But she left. Look, Cassie left this nigga before Usher did. When you think about it, bro, how is a little tiny ass girl gonna run faster than you did?
I don't know, but she got her ass whipped up.
But she got out.
She did.
You know what I mean?
She did. He didn't want to get it.
He didn't want to take that, bro. He didn't want to take it. If he probably went to him one day and was like, yo, bro, what I gotta do to get out? And he probably told him, he was like, nah, fuck that. Of course, I don't. But I've never been surprised about that.
Yeah,
But Snoop Dogg's also a part of that problem.
yeah, but that in itself is just kind of scary. Though. I mean, it's like you don't know where you're gonna go soon after your life changes.
You know what he's capable of. You know what he's capable of. But look at the one chick. She been running her mouth this whole time. She ain't scared.
Hell no, because she ain't scared to die.
My point exactly. Because it's something that's gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. All we are doing is trying to look truthfully, as human beings at this point in this society we live in, all people are truly trying to do is prevent death. Is all they really trying to. This society has got motherfuckers so caught on trying to prevent yourself from dying, but doing everything to kill you.
True. Niggas don't know what's going on the other side. Like, same time.
I'm be real. What does it matter what's going on the other side? Truthfully,
Shit, nigga, that's where you want to be at. Either tomorrow, now, or somewhere in the future.
man.
That's how I feel about salvation.
Listen, I can't control something that I can't see. You know what I mean? I can imagine. All I can know is I can imagine it the way I want to imagine it. And if you are so scared of it, that means what you imagine is not fucking peachy and cherry.
Facts. Because not knowing something is very scary.
Nah.
It's not one person on this earth. It's not one person on this earth who can sit here and explain what's happening in that part. I mean, it actually being facts.
But motherfuckers don't
It's
know.
true.
Motherfuckers don't know Jesus, but they not scared of him.
True, but because they give positivity towards him, so everyone is like, he's positive, he's good, he's a good promise, he's something better.
Motherfuckers, all right, God, the Most High. Motherfuckers don't know him, but motherfuckers don't be truly scared,
But when
and
you
they
think
should
about the
be.
creator of all things, and you think about the creator of all things, and you're one of that thing that was created, what was the verses? Not versus the devil, not the son. I don't get how he would stand. I mean, me and him, hablamos about him since they're, yeah, he's cool, this and that. But we don't know the actual story of what led. For all we know, it could have been fucking telephone all the way down here. I mean, so where we at now? Whole time, brother had shit happened way past to where we were just like, what the hell?
Bruh is the reason why. The bruh is the reason why you have free will.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like,
I'm gonna be real. At the end of the day, yes, because no, and it's also the reason why you have true self awareness and knowledge.
true.
Because
Okay, true.
if it wasn't for bruh telling her to bite the shit,
It's
that
like
when it,
persuading the other.
you know what I mean? But also they didn't even know they were fucking naked.
Yeah, until you ate that shit and gave yourself away, like,
What the fuck? Fuck going on?
yani, either way,
You know what I mean? Fuck going on in this bitch?
yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers had blinders on me this whole time.
Yeah, bro, yeah, whatever happens, self-aware thinking and shit.
So what it sounds like is, you know what I mean? When you break that, what it kind of sounds like to me is like this nigga was in a video game. They had this nigga in that VR system the whole time until he bit the apple. Then this nigga leveled up and was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Now I can see everything
Some
going
people
on.
are supposed to be oblivious, to all things. That's crazy as hell. But back on topic though, because brother is seriously punishing people. He's the king of hell, punishing Mary. So it's like, what's going on? Like, is there an actual evil person, even if it's me, like some chill ass Satan, on the throne of hell, punishing demons and shit, and souls. That's all there is to it. So I mean, like that in itself is like scary. Like when you think about these shits, bro.
Or the
Like
punishment is
it's a bunch of
he
demons.
don't care about you. Truthfully,
You know what I'm saying?
he only cares about himself.
Ooh, okay.
The devil.
All right.
The
So
devil don't care about you. He only cares about himself. Like the fact that everybody think he red. You know what I mean? But and then also like the depiction, like they make him like one of the most ugliest looking motherfuckers you would ever come across, and it's like, bro, the book don't even say that. The book says he is the most gorgeous person you'll ever come. Like this nigga is like Helena Troy. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers would start wars for you, type mother looking motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yo. So
He.
like with those stories being like that alone, and then you think about the rest of the stories, you know, that don't relate to that shit. It's about this person, bro.
But that's why if you ever think about it, the most good looking people always be the most fucked up. If you ever noticed that.
But we're human beings, so we're talking about beings here.
They're beings. They're still creators. There's only one above them. There's only the one that created all of them that is above everything. Everything else is still just a creation. It's just a different level. And your importance, and you don't know how important you are, you know what I mean? Because you don't know where you fit in the system. Your biggest issue is you don't know it. But the people's biggest problem is they don't know where they fit. And how are you going to fit in something that is not built for that option? The system is not built to put people where they should be. Like the fact that it takes so long to make TV shows, movies, it don't take that long. Truthfully, all these billions and millions and trillions of dollars, all of that, you can do all of that shit. All it takes is one thing. One thing. You know what that is? Cooperation. If you can get people to cooperate with you, oh, you can get anything done. That's all it requires. Truthfully. All this extra shit we be going through with everybody, nah, fuck all this shit. All it takes is cooperation. Listen, what I need to do is be able to do this. Here. How can we make that work? You wouldn't have to pay people to shoot movies if people just cooperated and shoot movies. You wouldn't have so many shitty blockbusters. You know what I mean? You know why they shitty? Because your team is horrible. Your team is stupid.
Hey, and then you got niggas who be wanting that bread though.
Cause that's all it is. I need that bread. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. I need that bread.
And then you need bread for promotion, you need bread for the equipment, your upkeep, maintenance, all the other shit. That shit.
Like truthfully, as a movie director, I would have one trailer for the movie, right? And I would air that trailer one time. But I would make sure that when I aired that trailer, right? That one time that trailer gets aired, it's going to be during a time where I know people are going to be able to see it, pay attention to it, and all be able to notice it and drop it and be like, oh shit, I kind of want to see what that is about now. You know what I mean?
Right. That gotta be fucking time.
But the trailer itself is going to leave people with so many, like, there's certain things about trailers. You got to get people excited, and then you got to leave them wanting more from the trailer.
Right.
So if you get them excited, and then you leave them with so many fucking questions, wondering like, yo, what the fuck? If they can answer so many questions from your trailer, the movie's over already. It's done.
Yeah. You in suspense, like, what the fuck? I wonder what's happening next. What the fuck? I mean, oh shit.
The fuck? Oh, I gotta see this shit. You know what I mean?
What niggas need to turn around? What?
Mm-hmm. And then you get other people, and then when people start talking about that shit, like, yeah, bro, I seen that shit, and bro, I don't even, bro, you know what's going on? Like, and then, because the fact that people say it costs so much, it don't cost that much to sell a fucking movie or an idea. It really don't. If you do it good enough, the right the right phrase at the right time works. Period. We know this to be a fact because D's nuts. You know what I mean? There's times where you can be like, oh, D's nuts, and nobody will laugh. And there's times you say it and everybody will laugh. And there's times you say it and the nigga want to fight you. You know what I mean? It's all about timing. And that's what was big with like a lot of these movies. Their timing's ass. They go to try to replicate something and do it in a retarded way. Like they live off hype of people. That's why I like that movie Sinners. My sister went to go see it. She told me she ain't really. She was like, it was alright. My plug.
The one you're talking to?
Yeah. My plug fucking he went to go see it. You know what I mean? And I talked to him and I asked him, I was like, oh yeah, you went to go see that joint, right? He was like, because I went to go pick up the day he went to go see it. He waited for me, so then he was going to the movies. Because he was waiting for me and then he had to go to the movies. And fucking he told me that like earlier because I seen him earlier in that day because I had to pick up again. You know what I mean? It was a double pickup. But like, I'm sitting there and he's like, yeah, he's like, nah, bro, that movie. He was like, bro, that movie was corny, bro. He was like, I fucking went to sleep. He's like, it took too long to build up. He's like, it did get good, but it took too long to build up. And it's like, to me, like the most talked about thing in that movie, which really makes me feel sad for like this generation and like these people out here, is most people were talking about that scene where the chick is like, where she talking about yeah, the you fucked me shit. That's like
I still don't know what y'all talking about that part.
it's some scene with some chick, and you'll probably see a meme or something, or you'll see it on TikTok or something. It's some chick in a fucking like,
I ain't TikTok.
I don't got TikTok myself, so I got Instagram. I saw that shit on Instagram. You know what I mean? Like scrolling. And motherfucking, she was like, she said some shit like, something about, it's something like a nigga, some shit nigga would do. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? She said some shit like, yeah, he said, didn't I tell you get the, oh, now I remember, he was like, didn't I tell you get the fuck away from me? And she was like, yeah, you did say that, but you also told you fucked me like you didn't want to let go. And then I was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? And no, but she was like, then you fucked the shit out of me, you know what I mean? That's what she said or some shit like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, like, you know what I mean? Some real nigga shit, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, you be, so bitch, get the fuck away from me. Then I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you, and then be like, bitch, get out of here. Like, I don't got time for your bullshit, you know what I mean? Type shit. So it was like a real nigga moment. So you know what I mean? Like anybody can feel that because that's a real person moment. If you've been in that situation, and it's a real, you've seen that shit happen. Even if you're not in that situation, you've been around people personally and have watched that shit happen. You know what I mean? Like, damn. She hit him with that. Damn, like, you know what I mean? Or now, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I mean, do like that. Right? Everybody been in those type of situations. So it's like, duh, I get it. That's your biggest ploy in the movie. Like, that's what motherfuckers is excited about. You know what I mean? While they watching the movie, that's the shit that made them think it's a good movie. Shit like that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, that one little scene make that movie good? The fuck? Like, type of movies I like. You ever seen the movie Fresh? See, nigga, you missing out, bro. That's an old school movie. That's an old school movie for a real nigga. You like, I'm gonna tell you, yo, bro, watch Fresh. If you ever get the chance in life, watch the movie called Fresh. It's about a little black kid. This movie is so goddamn gangster. Like, Samuel L. Jackson in that bitch too. but he not like a big. He not like a big time character. He's the he they father. But like when you find out like what's going on, you like I wouldn't even call that nigga they father. I was yeah like nah, I was like yeah nah he they father like that nigga gave sperm. But it's not like he bad, you know what I mean? He just like in a real fucked up situation.
Oh yeah, I did see
It got the cool ass Spanish dude in that shit too. I fuck with him. That's what I really know him from. But now he and everything. That motherfucker be putting on for his I think he might be Haitian and something Spanish too or something. But I don't even know that nigga name. I do enjoy all his shit though. Everything I've seen him in. I seen that nigga in Star Wars. That motherfucker was a gangster in Star Wars. I mean, and he's a gangster on the side where most of them like bitch made. So it was like good to see a dope ass nigga finally on here be on fucking what's that nigga side name on Vader's side? You know what I mean on the Empire or whatever the fuck they is. It was good to see a dope ass nigga finally instead of them just using a nigga voice. Like I find that shit like you never think that shit is hilarious. Like how Star Wars fans are racist, but at the same time their favorite character is what you ever just think about how funny white people are about shit like that?
yeah.
Like how they don't like black people, but like their favorite objects and shit be made by a black person.
Yeah. No man, it's kind of crazy.
It blows your fucking mind, right? Like, bro, how the fuck? How could you hate somebody but you love everything they fucking do? It makes no sense. Like,
I seen this fucking video about some dude back in the fucking 50s. He made a song, popular song, and it's based just on the crowd, straight black people, and he's like, yeah, he's smiling and shit like that, but the crowd, and he came out, he was like, yeah, the theme song. It was the name of the song.
oh yeah, Frankie
He
Lyman.
said,
It was Frankie Lyman probably. It was Why Do Fools Fall in Love? They all thought he was white.
yes.
And when they saw he was black, they were all dumbfounded. Like, I've been dancing to this nigga shit all this time, and my parents done told me they so bad.
Still clapping, still smiling, still. I mean, it's insane. Like,
so then they went from
it's
the,
like,
so then they changed the philosophy to black people are good for entertainment. Just let it be that.
yeah, we gotta be up on something. It's technically
That's why I hate sports. As much as I like football, basketball, and shit, and I do know these niggas have talent, and I hate to take away from their talent. You know what I mean? I hate to take away from the fact that these niggas is talented and these white people are talented and that can play these sports and shit that are up there. But at the same time, it's all fucking scripted. You know what I mean?
I don't really see it as being talented.
No, because some of them are talented. They have skills in that area. Like it takes talent. It takes skill to without a glove
No.
catch a ball two handed. Without a glove, it takes a lot of skill.
Yeah, facts. I take that back. I take that back.
You know what I mean?
I
To
don't know.
throw a pass pinpoint all the way on a person's route like that takes skill. To you know what I mean? To cut and to actually run a complete route the right way, stutter step and do all kinds of stuff to free yourself from a defender, that takes skill. To defend against somebody that is running a route that you don't fucking know, but you just gotta guess in your mind, you know what I mean? That takes skill. Like there's a lot of things in that shit that takes skill. But like the
I would
fact that
say
it's
like
scripted,
very few, but there's a very few things inside of sports that make it talented.
yeah. But the fact that it's scripted take away from all of that.
I feel like the accuracy is the only thing that's the real talent in that thing because you can get strong as hell, dope as hell, throw the fucking rock, fucking fine. I mean,
Yeah,
like it has to be something that everybody can do. Like it's
No, it is challenging to shoot into into the hoop, but like also there are all kinds of ways to manipulate it so motherfuckers can shoot into the hoop and cannot shoot into the hoop, and to make the ball bounce out the hoop instead of going into the hoop. Yeah, there's all kinds of shit. And with the double rim, the only thing you can do is shoot it straight in. You know what I mean? So there's all kinds of tricks and toys. Tennis, hockey. It is there is skill and talent in it. As much as you might not want to value it just because you could do it don't mean you could be a beast at it. Do you know how bad that shit is on your knees? Okay, all right. So then, okay, I get that. You get that, right? The running part. Now you got to work with the running. Now you have to work on being pinpoint accurate and not completely strong at hitting a tennis ball that is lightweight and featherless, and directing it to always make sure it bounces one time in a square that another person can run around. Who, if they're as agile and as adept as you are, you're pretty much playing fucking ping pong. You know what I mean? And it's who's gonna give out first and quit is what it is. Or who's gonna fuck up and make a mistake and hit the ball not directly on the thing the way that they need to make it go to where they need to and shit. Hand-eye coordination, balance, balance. Yes. Think about when you swinging a backhand, running to your far right, from running from your right, and then having to quickly pivot and run to your left, and then backhand without using too much strength, to then get it to another area, to have to pivot again, to then turn and cut, and then run, to then have to swing again with an open hand forward, not using too much strength and direct it. You need balance. You need coordination. It is not an easy task to do if you are goofy. If you goofy, you gonna trip over yourself. You gonna bust your ass all the time. There's nothing you can do about it. You gonna twist your body the fuck up. You know what I mean? It takes skill to do it if when you're playing other skilled people. You know what I mean? But if you're not playing other skilled people, you're literally just beating the shit out of them. Like, imagine you going to play Serena Williams. Even though she would tell you a normal nigga would beat her that, like, play tennis like that. Normal nigga would beat me. But you? Oh, I'm going to embarrass the shit out of you. And you know it. You know it. Because this bitch about to have you, and she going to be, huh. Oh, and you gonna be, I'm losing this bitch like this, like, you know what I mean? Like, she got me running left and forth, right? Like, this shit is ridiculous. This bitch is skilled. You know what I mean? Wrestlers, they are skilled. You know what I mean? Wrestling skill. It takes a lot of skill to hit a nigga in a good spot and not, like, hurt him completely. To do some of the moves that they did, power drivers and shit back then. That takes skill and a lot of trust. Niggas jumping off of top ropes, hitting backflips and shit. You know what I mean? Landing on you. Right on your shoulder perfectly. So they not enough to hurt you. You know what I mean? Or break your shit. That takes skill. Regardless of what we want to believe, yes, what is scripted about wrestling is who wins the fight. That is what is scripted. Not about what's going on during the fight. Who wins is what's scripted. But the actual shit they going through, nah, that shit real. They just practice it so they can do that shit. Frisbee takes skill a little bit too. I ain't gonna hold you. You're flicking it, right? All right. So listen, it's no different. But you know how hard it is to be accurate with a fucking frisbee. Yeah, you the type of nigga that play with frisbees. You know how it is for a nigga that don't play with frisbee to play with frisbees? To throw a frisbee straight and not have it curve, and then niggas that can throw a frisbee and curve it and have it come to land in the nigga's spot. Yeah, you can't do that. I can't do that shit either. But for a nigga that can curve it, nigga, that's skill. You know what I mean? And accurately throw it to the person you try to throw it to, and then you're only allowed to take 3 steps. You forget that in frisbee. You're only allowed to take 3 steps after you get the frisbee. Period. Boom, boom. And most time you're already in motion. Motherfuckers is running fast as shit. So now you gotta run fast as shit to get to the frisbee and then come to a stop within that time. That is skill. Right or wrong? It's not like it's a super tough thing, but like when you get motherfuckers out there, it's like what the whole thing is about is an activity that gets your muscles moving without having to tackle people. You know what I mean? It's but it's for people. It's for nerds, bro. It's for nerds that don't want to play football but want to play football. It's not like because like when you think about it, if you played it, like you'd be like, damn, you know what? If I really was on this shit like baseball, baseball is like is a sport where motherfuckers respect it, motherfuckers don't, motherfuckers say it's not a sport, motherfuckers say it is a sport. Yes, it is a sport. It's anything that is an activity where it is a competition between two people that is an activity is a fucking sport. Racing, that is a sport because it's not just you. You know what I mean? It's you versus another motherfucker, and you are driving as fast as you fucking can. And everything in that vehicle, there's not a whole bunch of shit that's in there to protect you. It's mostly about going as fast as that shit can. That's why when them niggas get in wrecks, they be bad. You see fucking doors start flying off and shit. The whole front fender be going. Motherfuckers start doot 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 doot. Only protection they really got is a fucking cage. You're stupid, nigga. The fuck is that airbag gonna do? When you think about it. Yeah. That airbag is meant to knock you the fuck out for what's about to happen. That is what the airbag is truly for. I don't think people understand that. It's not to keep you from going out the window. It's to make your ass go unconscious. So you have a better chance of survival. Because an unconscious person is more likely to live than the conscious person. That's why the drunk fool always survive. You know what I mean? You got to think how the human body is. The human body doesn't just snap. The human body can actually apply to a lot more pressure than we really try to. You know what I mean? When you think about it, there are people that can literally bend their fucking finger all the way back to touch their back of their hand. You know what I mean? Like, just start talking about all kinds of shit. Yeah, like I was talking about when I was talking to the dude the other day, fucking he was like at the cook when I was over at the joint. I told him I don't eat meat no more unless I hunted and shit. And he was like, first I told him I don't eat meat no more. He was like, bro, what kind of black man are you saying you don't eat meat? I was like, the kind that don't eat meat that I don't hunt. And he was like, I respect that. Once he heard the hunt, he's like, I respect that. Now I get it. And it's like, yeah, like I'm not like truthfully, I'm not. It's not that I don't eat meat. It's that I won't eat meat unless I hunt it, because I know exactly what I'm killing, and I know I'm gonna put all of it to use. No, it's fresh. It's not my pet. You know what I mean? That's why I stopped. I'm like, I keep a dog as my. That was my last pet. Was my dog. But like, other than that, like, I'm not doing pets and shit. All that y'all like y'all motherfuckers. Y'all, all these other creatures, they food. They life sources. They friends and stuff. Yeah, they be cool and shit. I ain't giving you motherfuckers names because like at some point you might be by nourishment.
Yo, this nigga stars a savage.
You know what I mean?
Like I said, bro, you a companion, but yeah, when it boils down to it,
No, you're not even a companion. Cause a companion, you don't eat your companion. What type of person? Like when you think if you eat your companion, you already fucked up in the head. Why you gonna befriend something just to eat it?
I mean, that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Nah.
We're supposed to be like befriending everything on the world, like protecting it. But still, we feed something. I mean, I feel like I truly feel like we're supposed to be like eating leaves, lettuce and shit like that. I don't
No,
know.
we have the we are different because we have the option to eat anything.
Yeah, we're built to do that, but I feel like the main thing was to
Was to
protect
tend
us.
the land. It was our job to tend the land. This everything that we have before us that we charge ourselves for now and shit, it was already given to us. This land was all given to us. So how you gonna charge a nigga for shit that was already given to all of us? How you gonna claim something? How you gonna say you found America when there's a whole book that tells you this land exists here and that it was given to the people? How the fuck are y'all gonna have nations? You know what I mean? When you think about it, how you gonna have nations when it says what? Bro, get the fuck out of my face, bro. Y'all niggas.
They hit that Columbus shit, man. They hit the Columbus. The Columbus man.
Columbus never even made it
Oh,
to.
yeah.
He never even stepped foot on America.
Bro, it's like, oh, okay, this continent is that. Okay, bet. All right, we're gonna go here.
And everybody knows that too. That's the funny. That's the saddest part. Everybody knows that, but like
This
they
is
just
HQ.
still don't even give a fuck. You
Troops
know what I
are inbound.
mean?
Transport is en route to standby position. Best of luck, descendants.
This is my land. And then I'm gonna name it after somebody that's not even me. Like what, bro? The fuck? Hey. Oh, you got a gun? What's that? And they say, what's that? Oh, you don't got one of these? Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you for letting us know you don't got a gun. Anyways. So, what you said was you're gonna take your ass over there and do what I said, right? Why is that? Boom! Lenny! Lenny, no! Yeah. Yes, I believe they would enslave their own people.
Descendants, enemy troops are being transferred in large
No.
numbers.
Yeah.
You must attack their point of origin.
Yes, because their mentality is like there always has to be somebody better than someone else. You know what I mean? Even no matter what you look at and how they have shit, even when you look at pirates, When their whole thing about pirates. You know what I mean? Pirates. It's like a slave mentality group. You know what I mean? Chinese people, when you look at Chinese people shit, I mean, they all about slavery. Chinese people always been about slavery, enslaving themselves and shit. Like, personal realization that they all ain't shit. I think that's probably more of the the realization that they came to. Who is? Slavery. China's never given up slavery law act, so they've always been. Listen, I am not surprised that anything that is ignorant upon customs and ways that they do shit. You talking about a group of people that used to make they women wear saran wrap around their toes so their toes would get real small so they couldn't run.
Mission complete. All units proceed to transport locations. Great work out there.
You know what I mean? And so that's why back in the old days, Asian women, like, that's why, like, when you always used to see Asian women, they used to walk, like, real slow and shit like that. And everybody always, like, we always laugh about it, thought it was, like, ha ha ha, like, very funny, like, all kinds of shit like that. But, like, when you really look at it, the reason why they walk like that was because, like, they used to saran wrap their toes, their feet when they were younger, so that way their toes would push in. So that way they can't walk or run. Like, it's not that they can't toes to like help balance you out while you walk. You forget how important like your whole foot dynamic is. You know what I mean? Like, Chinese people was fucked up, bro. Like, like slavery never truly ends. It just became something different. Like at the end of the day, what people forget is things don't really die. They become something new. Slavery just became something new. Oh, what, Chinese back in the day? But that's always been going on.
This is Hound Actual, reporting extreme concentrations of void energy.
There's been
within the
human
operation
trafficking
zone.
from the moment that they realized they could traffic people. There's been human trafficking.
Exceed your limits.
You know what if we just take all these people from this area without their permission and make them just do whatever the fuck we want? You think anybody gonna stop us? I don't think anyone's gonna stop you. Yeah, let's do that. What? Yeah, but like if you think about it, if money existed, do you think kidnapping would exist?
We've detected signs of life inside a nearby RK receptor.
There's no need to do that. You know what I mean? Like, there's still that possibility of people that don't like people. You know what I mean? People that don't like people. Most kidnappings, like kidnappings, would still exist by those that were psychotic. You know what I mean?
Large-scale Vulgus transfer.
But like the reasoning behind kidnapping, they would decrease. The odds of a kidnapping happening would be very minor. You know what I mean? But then it's like, but then mostly it would be kidnapping for like something you own. Like what the fuck? What are you gonna get? Nigga, money don't exist. What are you doing it for? It's pretty much murder at that point, so it really wouldn't be kidnapping nowhere. It'd be, well, you know, motherfuckers getting murdered. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that could be a thing. Yeah, people could become currency. But people used to be currency. They used to use people as currency. What the fuck do you think arranged marriage is? When you think about that shit, it's like, damn, you know what? You're right. You know what I mean? Arranged marriage is nothing but using a fucking person as a goddamn bargaining tool. You know how many times we done watched that in a movie? Some empire, some kingdom didn't want to get destroyed, so they gave up their princess. You know what I mean? And people think that shit cool and okay and right. Like, what's right about that?
Operation completed. Awaiting transfer to transport position.
You know what I mean? Bitch, I hit X already. Stop playing with me. They know I'm trying to work on the water, bitch, so they playing games with me. Wait. I gotta get these two bitches done so I can and get to the rest of the shit I gotta do. Yeah, now I'm starting to pick back up now. I gotta start doing these purges soon. I gotta finish building my vest up. Yo. Yeah, did your what's called cut out or something? Ah, that's why. Oh, I was sitting there talking the whole time. Yeah, I was like, oh, my game crashed, and then that makes sense. Yeah, I'm just doing this shit to get this bitch to 35, and then I gotta switch to the other bitch, get her to 35. Yeah. Wow, what you going? Oh, for sure.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground. Transport is en route to standby position. Best of luck. Specialized Vulgus aircraft has stopped to resupply. It's defenseless. Shoot it down.
Yeah, I always get these useless ass people on my team sometimes. Yeah, now when I be playing and shit, I be getting these useless ass people. I'm like, bitch, stop playing with me. Nah, man. And then it'd be funny because like some of them still be standing there and you be thinking there's a person there, you be shooting and shit like god damn. I get that shit happen to me a lot too. I be hating that shit like man, what the fuck?
RK receptor. Confirming signs of life. Point, point, point.
Nah, that bitch dead. Oh shit, I'm about to die. Oh, let me run right up and got it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm a fan of, like, trying to play a Star Wars game, but, like, I mean, that other John spoiled me too much. That shit was too lit. The John with Star-Lord and shit. You play as Vader Princess and shit. Oh, it's an old ass PlayStation game. Yeah, no, that shit was lit. It wasn't even about the fact that it was Star Wars, bro. It was about the fact that like you could fight motherfuckers. I always love games where you could fight, run through it, fight, and got a story and shit. And that story was dope as fuck. You just played this nigga named Star Killer. You just like running around fighting. You like fight Vader at one point and shit. You got like pull down a galactic ship from the sky and shit. Shit, wow. You're like Vader's apprentice. Yeah, that game was actually pretty fun. Not really, man. I'm gonna be real. It's kind of fucking corny. Like Star Wars. Like, there's only certain ones that, like, Star Wars where I say, like, yo, that's actually a good ass, you know what I mean? I would recommend watching. Like, Rogue One, the movie Rogue One, I would always recommend somebody should watch that one. That's a good fucking Star Wars movie. You know what I mean? Because it's just a good movie. I think that Jedi are fucking gay. What? Miles Morales was dope. I didn't play it, but Spider-Man's always a dope game. What up, Sebastian?
I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. You still here?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I had my thing on muted all mics. I'm so stupid. Anyways, so they added the artifact.
Oh,
A preview of it. So they added a preview of it, of what it would look like. You can't equip it or anything, but it would show you, it just shows you the stats and stuff. If that makes sense. So it's in John Constantine, but you can just see the stats, but it says coming in May. So they are bringing it in May, I'm assuming.
Okay. Yeah, I don't
But
even,
it
I don't even got
shows.
what's called on my PlayStation right now.
But you
I had to
see,
take it
it
off.
shows what it would look like at max level. Like it shows you what it looks like.
What does it look like?
So it's a little bit of a combination. It's really funny. So it's for healer and tank apparently.
Okay.
Do you want to know what's unique about it? So if you're in tank role, the tank versions activate. If you're in healer role, the healer version. So you know how, what's it called? What's that one artifact? Fuck. Forgot what its name is. You know the purple healing ray? How there's two versions, the priority and the group heal?
Uh-huh.
So it's like that. So the first one's healer, the second one is tank. So the tank one is you take 10% less damage from all attacks. And then the priority one, for the very first one, is your priority heal heals 5% more. It's fun. It's great. It's something, alright.
Yeah, that sounds like a shitty artifact.
That's only at level 80. It gradually increases. So the tank ones is they take 50% less damage from all attacks.
That's a specialized bonus aircraft.
And they also heal 25% more.
Descendant, if you're gonna shoot
So,
it down, do it
that's
now.
that.
Hurry.
And then the artifact at 120 is the group heal. Now heals all of them. You don't need Page of Destiny anymore. If you get it to max level pretty much, this artifact, regardless of your group heal, it will now heal everyone including you. So 8 players. Instead of 7.
Well, is it what about your priority heal? What is your priority heal?
So the priority one, it just increases the healing, and then does healing over time. So once you activate it, it automatically will heal up to, I think, 7 members too. Like, it just heals everybody. It's broken as shit. It's so stupid.
It can be.
So hence why you can probably wonder why they're putting it in beta. They gotta fix that shit. The group heal makes sense, but it's just Page Destiny. That's all it is. It's just Page Destiny. Just significantly stronger. But I kind of see it for the tank, honestly, because the tanks can heal more, like 25% more, unlike Fire, who just heals already. You know what I mean? So now it gives the other tanks more healing, I guess. As in Rage and Atomic, because Earth and Ice aren't technically healing tanks, they're defense. But hey, no one judges here. You know what I mean? Nobody judges. Oh yeah, I encountered the worst ice tank I have ever witnessed. Holy Jesus.
They're all pretty bad, the ones I've come across, so...
It's like, dude, y'all have one job. It's not hard to use, I promise. Ice is, I think, the easiest to build. Literally. You need a pole. Nah, you just need the pole, the resonating gale, all 3 shields, and then either the breakout or the fucking avalanche bullshit. That's it. That's all you need. It's not difficult. Or just be me and be a battle tank. That works too. Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, I forgot, what weapon am I gonna give him? An axe, maybe?
What, who?
My ice dude.
Honestly?
I think I need to change that. I think I'm gonna do 2-handed with him.
Motherfucker. I'm talking about swing that shit. You go, wee! I use rifle for quantum. It's fun.
Yeah, I just use rifle for munitions.
I have a munitions. I'm leveling one up. It's, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I've only ever seen a few. And do you wanna know what artifacts I see them? Every single one of them! They have Amulet of Ro, Birds of Prey, and the fucking Hecate. Every fucking controller I meet! Everyone!
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna be real. The brand, yes. You gotta have, not the brand, but the Amulet
Birds of
Ro,
Prey?
100%. And then Birds of Prey, 100%. And I feel like I started that trend. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, I always see the brand of Hecate. Every fucking controller has it!
I wasn't branding Hecate, though. My last one is, like I said, is the Quizlet.
Yeah, but I'm like, dude, it's okay, so you know what I did?
I'm telling you, you say to it, But when you think about it at the end, the reason why I use that is because I use big gun.
You don't have quantum, right? So I use Event Horizon, which is a supercharge, but besides the point. But you see, okay, so I was actually curious, so I asked...
Because that's 2 supercharge abilities going off at the same time.
What are you
on a
talking
character
about?
that you constantly been debuffing.
What are you talking about?
With the Quizlet.
What do you mean 2 supercharges going off? What are you talking about?
Because you're shooting a supercharge, and your Quizlet is shooting a supercharge.
That's not how Quizlet works.
Yes, it is.
When you activate a supercharge, then Quizlet fires a Mega Blast if you have him ranked up. He doesn't just automatically shoot.
Didn't I just say that's 2 Quizlets? 2 things right there? 2 supercharges? Because you're going to shoot a supercharge, and then your Quizlet's going to shoot a supercharge.
Give me a second. Okay. So, Mega Blast, when you use the superpower, Quizlet will cast a powerful attack that hits up to 8 targets with 5-second cooldown. So when you use a supercharge, regardless, he will automatically fire a bigger blast. Yep. Regardless, if anything.
So every time, once again, that's 2 supercharges going off.
I mean, yes and no. It depends on. If you just level him up to level 120, then yes. If you get him to 160, it depends what supercharge you use. If you use a 10,000 one, he does a more powerful attack. If you use a 5,000, he just does his mega attack.
And which supercharge ability am I using as munitions?
I don't know. I haven't got there yet.
Big gun.
I have no idea. I don't know what it is. Is it 5,000 or 10?
It's the big one. It's the max. Because it's the one you get when you
turn
level
which,
30.
Is it the 5,000 or is it a 10,000 supercharge?
It's 10,000. It's the last one you get when you turn level 30.
I don't have my maxed out. I don't have it maxed out yet.
Oh. Well,
that's what I was asking.
And that's what I'm telling you. It's the last one you get. So it's level 30.
So retract the beam. Yeah, so when you use a 10,000. Okay, so so what you're saying is, you know how the Grim Pet will automatically fire a beam? Regardless if it's supercharged or not.
Yeah.
What Quizlet does is he does that if you use a supercharge. That's the only time he uses it.
It's
however,
the only time he uses that ability.
However, if you get him to 160, right? If you use a 5,000 one, it hits damaging your primary target up to 7 additional targets. If you use a 10,000, which is what you use, right? The attacks deal significantly higher damage. But because you have a shooting supercharged and not a regular supercharge for, again, you use big gun, right? You don't use the system one to protect your team for power, right? That's not the controller you are. That's what I meant, which is why Quizlet wouldn't be useful for me. Because I don't use a targeting supercharged. You, on the other hand, do. Because it's a 10,000.
Like that. That's why I said. That's why I
and
have
again,
the best. That's why I have the best munitions character out there.
Yeah.
Because of that, and also because I built him more towards DPS. So I'm building him towards DPS.
I got a question. I got a question for you. I got a question for you.
Hit me.
Do you have the debuffs on him at least? The 3 debuffs. Okay, so you at least have the 3 debuffs, regardless. And when you get to Birds of Prey up, you can deal with it. Once you get to 160, you can rearrange it.
My attacks with him is I have Birds of Prey.
That's good.
I have the one where it's like a machine gun.
Is it the flank cannon or is it?
I have both machine guns. One's a debuff, and the other one I use for health.
Oh, you're talking about the chain gun.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the chain gun I use because that one you can put the little mod on and it'll give you health every time you use that ability.
Every 10 seconds.
Good because you don't have many things that give you health as a munition.
No, it's in general. Controllers don't have healing abilities. They never did.
He has one survival instinct, and the other is a supercharge ability, I think.
Oh no, I meant you're talking about like your powers. Yeah, every supercharge you'll have
he has an ability that will heal him.
Which one was it?
I think it's like MRE or something.
That's a supercharge.
It's a supercharge ability.
Yeah, and you said there's another one. Yeah, MRE and there's something else.
I
I
think
mean,
that
yeah,
might be
that
the only one.
makes. Quantum has one too. Controllers have a supercharge that will heal them, but they don't actually have a power that does it.
You know what I
Yeah, every
mean?
supercharge has one.
So, but that's why I do that for the chain gun. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah,
I
I
have,
can see, I can see that.
because that at least gives me a chance to get a little bit of health from using that, and then you get health from using just your regular weapon for the rifle. So I can always just use my regular rifle and always gain health. And then I have that ability to hit me with health. But because I'm a controller, when I go to use machine gun, that pauses everybody that's in front of me. All of them stop moving,
Yeah.
stop trying to do whatever the fuck they do. They all go to, this nigga hitting me. You know what I mean? They stun lock. And then you go from that to then shooting the birds of prey, to then doing the other machine gun,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's another one that lowers their defense. I forget which one it is, but it's one that shoots missiles.
You talking about the quad launcher?
I don't think it's the quad launcher.
That's the only one that shoots missiles. It's the 4 barrage quad launcher. They're going
What does
do
it? What
do
does it
do
say for
do.
controller? Does it say lowers their defense or
Reduces
something?
reduces defense.
Then yeah, it's that one.
Hold on, actually, I can tell you which one it was. Hold on, I can tell you. Let me go to it. I got you. So, do you have the 2 grenade launchers, the smoke grenade and the chain one? The 2
Nope, I don't
grenades?
use smoke grenade.
That's funny as hell. I love using it. It's hilarious.
It
It's
is
fun.
like those are funny and stuff, but as far as like my build for like maximum,
No, I'm just
efficiency,
saying, it's fucking hilarious. I love it. Like, if you want to be annoying as shit, use both of those. It's so funny. It's hilarious. Because what it does is it stuns them and it blinds them temporarily. It's hilarious.
Yeah, like,
I love
fought
it.
somebody you had with my controller, and I was whooping your ass until you healed.
Okay, so you're talking about... I'm on my character. You're talking about the rocket launcher, right? The one that reduces...
Yeah, the rocket
oh, this is the ability. This is the reduces the ability to heal. Whoops.
Yeah,
Wrong one.
that.
Okay, so hold up.
Because the
So
other
hold
one
up. Let me-
reduces the ability to defend.
So you have chain gun, right? You said you had chain gun. Do you have flake cannon for damage to light them on fire?
No, I don't
no?
use flak cannon. I
Okay.
don't need that one because I got birds of prey.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, birds of prey doesn't light them on fire.
Yes, it does. Birds of prey. If you read what it says, birds of prey when you once you level it up, it uses your weakness. Your whatever your ability is, it automatically does that.
You do realize munitions is days, right?
No,
Yeah.
it's fire. Read what flame cannon is.
No. Okay. Okay. I don't think. Okay, you ready for this? There are 4 superpowers that have a primary thing of days. Atomic is one of them. Okay, even if you can radiation burn them. Okay. Gadgets' is main priority one is days, regardless if it can light you on fire or not. Munitions is the exact same way. Same with water.
Munitions does burn. I am telling you. I am 100%.
Actually, you know what? Hold up. Hold on, wait. I could just go to the Grim Pet because the Grim Pet does that. Well, let me do that. Because, let me just make sure. Hold on. So you're saying the birds of prey will do its power interaction. And you're saying munitions
power
is
interaction
burns.
it is going to do for
It's
you
burns.
is going to be burned.
So the power interaction is burns for munitions.
Yes.
And it's not dazed.
It's not days.
Alright, let's see. I actually didn't know. Like, I genuinely... Because gadgets then would be any of those. Because gadgets can do all 4. But I think its main priority one is dazed. It could just do the other ones. Okay, so let's go to the Grim Pet, shall we? Okay, power sets. Let's see. Fire munitions. Ah, shit, you are right. It's burns. Alrighty. Fair enough. I did not know this. Okay, fair enough. Wait. What is birds of prey? Oh, I'm on the wrong character. Oops. Okay, so yeah, okay, so let's see. So atomic, light, and gadgets is dazed. And what is water? Earth and water is crushed. Yeah, earth and water are crushed.
Yeah,
They're
earth and
both
water are
crushed.
crushed.
I love how nature is void poison. Why couldn't it just be poison? What? What?
Probably because you have a lot of characters that are not from that world when it comes to nature.
No, it's it says, so I'm looking at the power interactions, right? And it says nature, void poison. As if it's
Yeah,
dark
no, that's why I
poison or
said the
some
reason why
shit.
is because you got a lot of characters that are not from that world that are nature. You know what I mean? Compared to most other.
Yeah, terrified makes sense. Plasma burn, gravitational charged. That's good, honestly. So atomic light and gadgets are days, which I mean, gadgets could really be any of those. I don't know why it
What is
specifically
celestial?
had purified.
Yeah.
So purified, and then yeah, that's what it is. Purified. Even the dark versions will do. It's purified. I would know that. So let me go to Birds of Prey now. I gotta see this shit. I don't believe it for a second. I gotta see this shit. I personally, the Quizlet's good and all, but I just don't need him. I don't need him.
I'm telling you, if you want the best munitions build, this is
I
the
don't
best
use
munitions
munitions.
build that
I'm
you
on
will ever
Quantum,
see.
a whole different controller.
If you start to build this up, this is going to be the best munitions build in all of the game, period. Because
Okay, so let's see Birds of Prey.
Amulet of Row and whatchamacallit, yes. Birds of Prey right there,
Okay.
those two are phenomenal. But if
You
you were
ready for
talking
this?
about an ability, go ahead.
Okay, so coordinate attack with the Birds of Prey, apply weakness, expose weakness, and your power interaction to your target. I mean, I do it. I don't see any power interactions. This is some bullshit.
It sets them on fire.
Not for me. Mine's supposed to be gravitation.
When you're high enough, you will see the effect of it. Because when you shoot the Birds of Prey, right? When you shoot it at an enemy, when you hear, "Doo!" that means it actually is doing what it's supposed to do, and it's hitting the target.
See, this is at level 80. It's supposed to do it at level 80.
Yeah.
At level, I think, what is it, 120, I get Siphon Weakness. And then at 160, I get the reduced targets, and then at 200, I get double the amount of Siphon. Yep. I think that's how that works, because it said that 160, I get reduced targets damage. So I'm assuming at 120, I'd get the Siphon.
You get two of them, I think, at 120.
No.
You get two of them at 120, I believe. I'm pretty sure you get two of them at 120.
You can't.
I'm pretty sure because the last two on the bottom.
Okay, you ready for this? This is how it goes. So at 80, you get the first two. So you get reduced targets defense and the healing. So those are the first two you get. At 120, you unlock Siphon Weakness, the very first one. At 160, you have Siphon Weakness, which is already 120. At level 160, you get the damage one. Then at 200, then you get the double the amount of power to your hand. So that's how. So it goes Siphon Weakness, then Huntress's attack reduces targets, and then the double version of Siphon. You do not get both Siphons. I'm actively on the artifact, because that is the only way. Because at 160, Huntress's ability comes in. Meaning
what I'm trying to tell you is I have mine's at 120 and I have the second ability.
Siphon Weakness. You have the very so on hitting an enemy target with 3 debuffs on will grant you power to you and your groups.
No, the second ability.
You have double the amount of power granted by Siphon?
No, not that one.
You have Huntress's ability. At 120.
Before that.
You have Oracle, reduce Oracle's. So you have the defense and the healing?
Yeah.
You mean the one that's at level 80, right?
No.
My guy, my thing is at level 180. My thing is at level 80, dude. My rank artifact is 96. So it's not even 120. I could show you. This is what you get.
I'm saying mine's at 120 and I have that.
Yeah, I know you have that.
No, I have that. 80. I have that. I have the one that's after it, and I have the one that's after that one.
I'm so confused. So you have the reduced targets defense and healing. Because I know you don't have the reduced damage, because that's at 160. And I know you don't have that. Because it literally says... You can't.
Well, I do.
It's impossible for you to have it. Because you ready for this? So you said yours is at 120, okay? 120 you said?
Yeah,
the
like
literal power, the actual granted power, it literally says rank 160, Comlink reduces the target's damage output. On the actual power itself.
Well, maybe my shit glitched and they gave it to me. I don't know what to tell you.
So help me God, if you could shoot all 3. Because I was a little confused. I'm like, okay, so you have siphon weakness, I'm assuming. Because that would
the
only
ability
make...
uses it when you use that ability, it uses all of them on its own. It does all of the shit for you. All you have to do is have the ability on.
Okay, so when I activate it, okay, it shoots a blue and a yellow orb. At ranked 160, it would shoot a red, blue, and yellow. Or a red, blue, and green.
It shoots all of them.
That's at 160. It does not happen at 80, because I literally have the artifact.
Oh, I didn't say at 80.
At 80, that's what my artifact is at. 80.
I thought
Meaning
you said
I get
96.
the very...
You'd be lying.
90, it doesn't matter. Anywhere from 80 to... It could be level 110. I still wouldn't get the last version. Jesus Christ.
I didn't say last version.
Okay, so, ready for this? At 120, I'm assuming you have siphon weakness, which is where that comes in. Meaning, so that's where you are currently. Siphon weakness. Okay? At 160, when you get that artifact, 160, then you should be able to get the damage output. And then at 200, you double the chance of siphon. Do you now understand?
I'm telling you what I got. And what I got is already it.
So confused. Just how?
I'm confused too, because I don't know how.
Because it doesn't make sense how you have the damage if you're at 120. It doesn't make any sense. You shouldn't have that yet. And the game likes you for some fucking reason. The game fucking adores you.
With my build.
They must really love you.
They must really know I really know what I be doing on that shit.
Clearly, fucking clearly, man. I'm getting the special treatment.
Cause when you think about it, I do be getting shit faster than I'm supposed to when I be doing shit.
Fucking clearly, man. Yeah, because your munitions make sense. Wait, what were the other ones? Because I know you have... So you have the chain gun. You have the... What was it? The turret?
Rocket launcher.
Okay.
So it goes chain gun, then the other machine gun.
Okay, so the chain gun, and then I'm assuming the 5-barrel minigun?
Yeah. Because that one's the
chain
debuff
gun.
one. Because what is that one debuff?
That one doesn't debuff. That one just stuns. It doesn't debuff.
No, it does. It's a controller thing.
Yeah, the controller roll is just, they stun. They get stun locked. It's melee. They stun. There's not healing. It's just a stun.
No, it's not about healing or something. It has a controller effect.
Yeah, stun. It stuns them. That's what it does. It's a stun roll.
No, I'm pretty sure it has an actual controller effect.
You're talking about the flake cannon. That's okay. Actually, wait.
No,
let me go to it. I got you. Hold up. I got you. Hold up. Hold your horses. I'm going to it. I'm going. Let's find out. Okay. So you said you had the what? The chain gun?
Yeah, that's the one for.
Ah, yes, the 5-barrel minigun reduces the target's defense, pushes them back, stunning and knocking them down.
Yep. See, all right, that's why I have that one because it reduces their defense
the reason.
and
I just thought it
them.
stuns. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have that
it reduces
one.
their defense and stun because I knew it had a controller effect, and that's why I was
Do you
like,
have the shrapnel grenade launcher then? For
no.
The damage?
I use the rocket launcher.
But this one does damage. But
What
this one does
does the rocket launcher do? The rocket launcher stops them from healing, right?
Yeah, healing. So far, you have 1 healing and 1 defense, meaning that you don't own a damage one yet.
No, I do own a damage.
Okay, so it's just not the shrapnel one. You have a different one.
No, I don't. No. No, I don't own it. No, my damage is
No, what's your one that reduces their target's damage?
I don't do that. I don't reduce their damage. I focus on reducing them.
Okay, so you don't own any of those. That's surprising.
No, I have the no, like I'm trying to think. I have and then I have instinct.
Killer instinct for your weapon?
No.
Yes.
The one for you to
your shield?
go invisible.
Survival?
Survival instinct.
Survival instinct. There's killer instincts.
No,
Hold
there's
up.
something that you do that makes you go invisible. You gotta read it.
So big gun is what you use. Big gun's the one you use.
Yeah,
Okay,
big
so
gun's
we
the
got
one I
that.
use.
Okay, so you don't use mini nuke. Do you use mini nuke? Please tell me
No.
you do. God fucking damn it! It's so funny though. You can't
Yeah,
even
it
lie.
is.
It's fun. It's fun as hell. Okay, you don't use smoke grenade, right?
Nope.
Or chain grenade? Okay, you don't use any of
Nope.
those. 50 caliber do you use?
Nope.
Okay, railguns, I'm assuming you use.
Nope.
Multi-net, I don't think you use.
Nope. I might
Five barrel
use
minigun.
What?
5 barrel
What?
minigun you use.
Yeah.
5 barrel minigun, rocket launcher, survival, and then chain gun. That's the only thing you told me.
And so I'm missing one, right?
You're missing one. Meaning, and you also, so you have big gun. Okay, so let's go over this. You have big gun, that's one. That's your supercharged.
Yep.
Right? You have 5 barrel minigun, that's 2. Okay? You have
Chain
rocket
gun,
launcher.
3.
You have rocket launcher, that's 3. You have survival, that's 4. And then you have chain gun, which is 5. Meaning you're missing one.
Okay.
But you have birds of prey then. You have birds of prey then.
Oh yeah, and I have birds of prey.
That's true. Okay, so that's what it was. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? So, you wanna know what I would do? Only until I got the birds of prey. Just until I got the birds of prey. Do you know what I would use? Do I know what I would actually... No, I'd use the I would use the shrapnel grenade launcher and then the smoke grenade launcher. Just fucking stun locking their bitch asses. Going boom, 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 boom. Fucking hilarious. And then I'd use the mini nuke, because honestly, how couldn't you use that shit? It's hilarious. I drop a whole ass nuke on them. Why wouldn't I? But again, me and you have 2 different builds. So.
Yeah.
Because your build could be the greatest for you, but my build could be equally as matched if I build it right.
Facts.
So it doesn't really matter about who has the better build, it's who's better at building said build. Because I could make...
better at piloting their build.
Yeah.
I mean, whose build is more pilotable for anybody also plays a factor. Because you need the, because when I think about things, I think about the rapidness of stuff. You know what I mean? While I'm creating my characters. As I'm looking at and figuring and seeing like the downfalls and the bad side effects and, you know what I mean, of certain things for certain characters. When you look at how fast their abilities charge, time.
Well, you have to remember that there are certain tactical mods that reduce that, right? 9 times out of 10 for a controller, you're gonna have one of those powers. 9 times out of 10. Right? Example for Quantum, one of them's abbreviation waves. Well, I obviously use it for the defense or the damage until I get my birds of prey up. And then I can switch it for distortion waves. Because now I no longer need it, right?
Yeah.
If you really want to be technical, I don't need Singularity or the Anomaly. The reason why I use both of them is for my Supercharge, and Singularity is just a really good power to put them all together. So I can stun lock them. Once it's changed, I can bring out Distortion Waves, which has a more area of effect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the Hecate, I don't know why people use this. I really fucking don't. Oh, that's why they use it! Oh, holy shit. 26% of your vitalization? Oh god fucking damn, Jesus Christ. God fucking damn. It's funny to me though.
Yeah, nah, my bad. I just almost died.
I mainly want to get my amulet of row up before I work on the others, because that's the main one, and then I'll go Calm Link. Or I might
Yeah, I
do
just
Calm
do them
Link.
all together. I just try to keep them in like a little rotation. You know
That's
what
what
I
I
mean?
do. That's literally what I've been doing,
And then
because
I
they're all
switch
around the
characters.
same. Because they're all around, because this one's 92, this one's 96, this one's 98, right? Like, they're all around the same level.
Mission complete. All units proceed to transport location. Great work out there.
It also kills me that people think that just because I'm a slightly lower level means that I'm easy to kill. I'm like, have we learned nothing? We've not learned anything, huh? Just because I seem weak doesn't mean I am.
Yeah. I mean, character building is a motherfucker.
Like, sure, I don't care for, you know, bullshit. Like, I don't care what happens. Whatever happens, happens. I couldn't care less.
Hound action. Reporting extreme
That perfect.
concentration
She's
of
almost
void
done.
energy
It's the last
within
mission for
operations.
her.
All units, please proceed at your own discretion, but do not exceed your limits.
And then it's the next bitch.
I am one bright motherfucker is what I am.
So I can do this time.
Made my character bright.
What kind of character is that?
It's my quantum girl.
Descendant, enemy troops are being transferred in large numbers. Must protect their point of origin.
I have the caution material and I have the do disruption. Oh, now I see it. It does activate it.
What?
The birds of prey activate the gravitational. I just couldn't see it because I was in a raid, right? And there was so much going on. Couldn't see it. There was just so much. There's so many powers.
When you hear it make the scream, you know it works.
No, but because I was in like a raid, I couldn't see it because there's so many power interactions on them. So I couldn't tell. So I'm in a solo and I just seen it.
Man, don't try me with my power interaction knowledge. I know exactly what I know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when I do get back on though, I am gonna make those next new characters up. I'm gonna do a little bit of stuff. I'm gonna get a year.
I mean, I can work on my. We can work on my munitions together if you want. You can give me your exact build. I can fuck around with it for now.
You have my build.
Oh. Oops. I might switch it for a bit. because I really want to use the nuke for a bit. Listen,
Yeah,
just
nah,
until
yeah,
I get the
that
birth of
nigga would
prey.
be funny.
Okay, come in. Tell me it's not, man. I can drop a whole ass nuke on them and then smoke grenade them. What isn't there to love? It's hilarious. Also, another powerful attack that I actually own is called Oblivion. And holy shit. It's so fucking powerful. It's not
Yeah,
even
no,
funny.
Oblivion is,
It's so broken. It's ridiculous how powerful it actually is.
Mission complete. All units proceed to transport location. Great work.
yay, I'm done with her now. I ain't gonna lie, I do like playing with Velby. That bitch is fun. She just be swimming around. I just gotta get her set right. Once I get her set right.
Also, I have some presents for you.
Oh,
I have a
what?
lot of time capsules for you.
Oh, for sure.
The new Mystical Magician one is tough.
Yeah, I actually do have a whole bunch of things. I could actually open up a whole bunch of time capsules whenever I get on there.
Yeah. The shadow ability is also fun to use. The iconic one. I personally use it. But then again, I know how to use it, right? Then again. Oh.
When the world was burning, I wanna connect to you. Tell that bitch I'll be like, I wanna give up on you, but you won't let me do that. Alright, let's get Ren out there. Let's go, Ren. Let's see what you got, bitch. Damn, you look cold. I don't think I like the blonde hair no more, though. We gotta do something about your hair, baby girl. Let's see if we got something good for you now, bitch. Even though you do be killing it. We got some hair dye for you yet? Mm. We'll give it a hot purple with the hot pink. Maybe an orange in this bitch. Some gold. No, we ain't gonna do nothing like that. Mm. Exit without painting. We just gonna change her fit up. What we got for her head? What we got for my bitch head? We bring the braids back out. Yeah, we bring the braids back out. My bitch out here with the brizzies. There she go, looking busy. Yeah, she good like that. Let me see now. What am I about to do? Alright, we got 10 missions in. I think what's called the swamp. Alright, let's check her gear quick. See what she rocking. She got modules, chill. Oh yeah, we gotta change this. Alright, she looking good. Not too good though, but she looking good. Let's go. Hit the preset on this bitch. Is there anything else we need to do for Ren before we leave? As we take a look at Ren's everything, we see that this bitch is gangster, and she said, "Nigga, if you don't get your ass on the fucking road, let's get this going." Yeah, Sebastian.
Mm.
Yeah, what you over there working on?
One of my characters, the same one. Quantum.
Oh, got you. Oh, bet, and she getting the chance to get some supercharged shit. All right, I'm with it.
I just found Aaron Yeager.
Aaron Yeager. Oh, like from Attack on Titan.
Yes.
Alright, so I gotta complete a couple more accomplishments. I'm right there on the verge of those, so it's not really a big deal. But no, I gotta fight that abyss nigga. I definitely gotta do that. Alright, we're gonna do trial runs with motherfuckers today too. They're gonna all get shots.
Wow, this is sad as shit.
What?
A literal healer and her two fucking artifacts is Wolfpack, Ebion's Untethered Shadow, and fucking Clarion, bro. Fucking corny, bro. And then she lost to me. Good riddance. someone just texted me, duel me now. Who the hell texted me? The fuck?
They said that shit like they was playing fucking, what's that damn game,
This
Yu-Gi-Oh!
man
Shit.
said, duel me now, ah ha 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 ha. Yeah, man, if I can find your fucking name. Where even is Trimming? He's not even here. He fucking left. This nigga's corny. What is this shit?
Probably why he said duel me now and started laughing.
And then he left.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, man, let me go on my main character. I'll whoop your fucking ass. Don't you fucking taunt me. Yeah, he's not even here. Corny ass isn't even here. Pathetic, honestly. Wow. Wow. So corny. What the hell? He went offline.